Hi guys and welcome to MotorBeam. The Kushaq is the first product culminating out of Skoda's India 2.0 strategy. Now we have already seen the Kushaq earlier, so right now let's get started with the performance because this is the 1.5 litre petrol manual variant. Before we get started, you know what you have to do. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the MotorBeam channel. Skoda is offering two petrol engine options with the Kushaq. The first one is a 1 litre TSI 3-cylinder engine, and we have seen this engine on the Skoda Rapid as well, but on the Kushaq it makes 115 PS of power and 178 Newton meters of torque. The peak power comes between 5000 to 6000 RPM and the peak torque comes in from 1750 to 4500 RPM. Now this is not exactly the same engine. Skoda has done some tweaks to it. The software has been upgraded and Skoda has also worked on some mechanicals like the oil pump. Now the 1 litre TSI engine has also been tuned for some extra fuel efficiency, but right now what I am driving is the 1.5 litre TSI engine with a 6-speed manual. Now the 1 litre TSI engine is being offered with a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter, and the 1.5 litre TSI engine is being offered with a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed DSG. Now this 6-speed manual gearbox, the gear shifts are quite light and easy to use, but the clutch isn't exactly light. The travel is a bit long and the clutch release action also feels a bit snappy. So if you have driven a Volkswagen diesel manual car in the past, you will know what I'm trying to say because it feels somewhat similar to that. But the performance from this 1.5 TSI engine is absolutely mind-blowing. This one makes 150 PS of power and 250 Newton meters of torque. The peak power output comes from 5000 to 6000 RPM, and the way this car gains pace in the mid-range is just something that you really need to experience. And out on the open roads, you can push this car all day long. It just won't disappoint you with its power delivery, which is so addictive, so meaty, and the mid-range and the top-end performance are just too good. Now this engine starts redlining at 6000 RPM and it has this really nice and raspy exhaust note to it, so you really feel like pushing this engine all day long. Refinement levels with the 1.5 TSI are very good as well. The engine the clatter isn't bothersome at all. Vibrations are also well under control, and this feels like a proper European petrol car to drive around. Now this 1.5 TSI engine is from the EA211 family, and this is the EA211 Evo engine. So basically this comes with cylinder deactivation technology. So when you're just cruising around driving at low RPMs, two of the cylinders get deactivated so that you can extract some extra fuel economy. The petrol engine has some meaty performance, and as you can see, I'm having an absolute blast. In fact, I'm going to keep grinning for some days to come because I just can't get enough of this. Really good engine, and this is the same engine that we have seen on the Volkswagen T-Roc and the Skoda Kushaq as well. Now while the 1 litre TSI engine is being localized in India, this one, the 1.5 litre engine, isn't completely localized and it has a lot of imported content. The Skoda Kushaq, especially this 1.5 petrol manual, is truly a driver's delight. The car is so agile, it is so responsive, it is quick, and it responds well to inputs from the driver. The steering is very precise, it is light and fluidic at city speeds, and it feels quite communicative at high speeds. Some more feedback from the steering would have been appreciated, but I really love how Skoda has tuned the suspension on the Kushaq. The ride quality is very mature. This has this big European car feel to it, and it also tackles potholes and broken roads with a lot of aplomb. The Skoda Kushaq always remains so planted and firm that you always feel that the car is being driven on rails, and even out on the twisties, the car is always very predictable, and the steering is also very precise and communicative. Yes, some more feedback would have been appreciated from the steering, but it takes turns very nicely. This car does not have a lot of understeer as well, and even though it has some body roll, it is well under control. The driving mannerisms of this car are very predictable, and the steering will turn the car just the way you want it to. Now if we talk about the fuel efficiency, Skoda hasn't revealed the ARAI rated figures yet, but I feel this one will deliver around 8 to 10 kilometers per litre in heavy city traffic, and out on the highways these German turbo petrols are really efficient, and you can get even 15 to 16 kilometers per litre easily if you drive carefully. So as you can see, I'm stuck in a massive traffic jam right now, and the clutch doesn't feel exactly light. As I mentioned before, it feels a bit snappy. but I think you get used to it in a matter of time. The Skoda Kushaq itself isn't very big, it has very compact dimensions and it is a bit smaller than the Hyundai Creta and the Kia Seltos, but the wheelbase of this car is longest in the segment and the wheelbase is also longer than that of the Skoda Kushaq. Now because of the compact size, the Kushaq is very easy to maneuver around. You can take turns in tight spots very easily. Now before we end this performance part, it is time to do a 0 to 100 test of the Kushaq 1.5 petrol TSI manual, and then we'll do a braking test. Now the Skoda Kushaq gets this grey and black theme for the dashboard, and you get a lot of hard plastics all around the dashboard, but the fit and finish levels are quite good, and you can see this glossy black strip running across the length of the dashboard with Skoda badging on the right hand side. Apart from that, the design of the AC vents is quite simple. You get a 2-spoke steering wheel which is similar to the one on the recently launched Skoda Octavia, and the buttons on the steering wheel, all these knobs, they feel built to last. The overall build quality levels all around the car actually quite good, and I personally like this analog instrument cluster, which is far easier to read compared to a fully digital unit. Now the middle portion of the instrument cluster comes with a small MID which shows all the relevant data like the trip status, the distance to empty, the fuel consumption, and apart from that, this car also gets a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system with a 0-button layout. So basically there are no volume knobs, no buttons to switch on or switch off the infotainment system, and the quality of the screen is good. It is fluidic and easy to navigate through, and you also get these apps which are pre-installed such as audiobooks, booking.com, Gaana and Sygic. Apart from that, you also get Skoda Connect. So basically you can pair the car to your phone and again access a variety of functions and information. Now if we talk about the layout of the center console, it has a very neat layout. There are very few buttons over here, and you can also access the AC controls very easily. Apart from this, the Skoda Kushaq also comes with front ventilated seats and a sunroof. These features are missing on the new Octavia. If we talk about this audio system, you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 4 speakers, 2 tweeters, and the sound quality is good. And apart from that, the Kushaq also comes with an auto dimming inside rear view mirror. Now if we talk about the safety features on offer, the Skoda Kushaq comes with 6 airbags on the top variant. ESC is standard across every trim. You also get ABS with EBD, hill hold control, ISOFIX child seat mounts, TPMS. Storage spaces at the front are quite good. Both the front doors come with really large bottle holders, so you can put multiple 1-liter bottles over here. The front center console gets 2 cup holders. You also get a mobile wireless charging pad and 2 USB Type-C ports. You also get this front center armrest which is adjustable, and below the armrest also you get some space to keep your stuff. The front seats come with perforated leather, and they offer tremendous amounts of comfort and support, and even outward visibility from the car is quite good. The windshield and the windows are big in size. The ORVMs are also decently sized. The rear seat of the Skoda Kushaq is indeed a great place to be in. The knee room is impressive. There's a lot of leg space on offer. Headroom is quite good too, but yes, the cabin is not very wide. So fitting 3 people over here could be very tight because the middle passenger won't get a lot of space. You get this nice armrest with 2 inbuilt cup holders, 3 adjustable headrests, which is a good thing, and the ride quality, the comfort is also very impressive. You get this typical European ride quality in the Kushaq, and this car tackles potholes, undulations with a lot of ease. Rear passengers don't feel any sort of discomfort, but yes, a panoramic sunroof would have added some airiness to the cabin. Both the rear doors come with really large bottle holders. You get 2 AC vents, 2 Type-C USB ports even at the rear, and both the front seats come with seat back pockets along with a small pocket in each of the seats to keep your mobile phone. Now, one thing that I noticed in the rear seat of the Kushaq is the fact that the place where you keep your feet, that place is a bit limited because there's some body panel which intrudes on both the sides. So yes, the space to keep your feet is a bit limited and it is not too spacious. But apart from that, no major complaints with the rear seat of the Kushaq. The quality of the upholstery also feels very nice and premium. It feels so good to touch, but yes, the door pads come with hard plastics all around. The Skoda Kushaq has a boot capacity of 385 liters. The shape of the boot is quite nice and practical, and you can also fold the rear seat in a 60-40 ratio. With the rear seat folded and the parcel tray removed, you get a total capacity of 1405 liters. I think the Skoda Kushaq makes for a brilliant compact SUV. It has this premium feel to it, the build quality is quite good, there are lots of features, the car drives really well, and the performance from the 1.5 TSI is something to die for. Now, the cabin could have been slightly more wider and the lack of a diesel engine is there, but apart from that, there are no major negatives with this car, and all depends on the pricing, which is crucial, and I think Skoda is going to nail it with this one. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know your thoughts on the Skoda Kushaq in the comment section below.